So I made a vlog using my A7 IV, and my boy Alter Roundtree asked, does this mean that you are leaving the A7C gang? Absolutely not, my boy. And that actually brings me to this video. I'm Jamil. This is a boy named Jamil, and what we're going to talk about today is a lens that I think might be the best all-around carry for the A7C. And that lens is the 50mm f2.5, and yeah, it's a tiny little lens from Sony. I do want to say right now that I am not sponsored by Sony. This is not a sponsored video. I pay for this myself, so if you were wondering, just know that Sony don't fuck with me like that. So let's get into this, and then I'll tell you guys some reasons why I'm buying this lens. The biggest reason is because you guys have heard me talk about this before. I love the size of my A7C. I think that it is super compact, and it allows me to take photos that I wouldn't otherwise be able to. It allows me to create vlogs that I wouldn't otherwise be able to, just because of the size of it and just how small it is. And so, in thinking about a lens that I wanted to have as an everyday carry, it had to meet three criteria, so to speak. It had to be small. It had to keep the size of the A7C just as small as it is already. Two, it had to have an aperture ring, because you guys have heard me talk about this before. The A7C is missing an aperture ring, and so it's important that a lens has it. And then it had to have a focus hold button on the lens, because that gives me an extra button to program things to. And so those things are really important. And so let's get into this lens. You guys can see right now just how small this lens is. And just for comparison, here is my 20mm. This was my smallest lens up until this point, and you guys can see how much smaller the 50mm is compared to this lens. Don't get me wrong, I love the 20mm. It's still going to be my vlogging lens, but as an everyday carry, this 50mm is going to be this boy. Oh, and also, this is a lens hood, so if I were to put this 50mm, this 20mm back next to it here, look how much smaller that 50mm is. So super compact lens. So that gets reason number one. That satisfies reason number one. Obviously, it has this super cool aperture ring right here. You guys can see that. Super clicky, super easy to turn. It's not too tight, not too loose. I like it. And then it has that focus hold button there on the lens. It also has a autofocus and manual focus switch there. And then it also has that little switch that stops the lens from being clicky or allows it to be clicky. So you can see that for the price of this lens, Sony did not skimp out. And talking about price, I think this lens goes for about $500 regularly. But I got this lens for about $470 off of Amazon. Buy used gear. So let's throw this onto the A7C, just so you guys can see how compact it is and how compact it keeps the camera. One of the things that made me think about just having a super small, compact camera is the rise in popularity of the Fujifilm X100V. I'm not somebody who gets into Fuji colors or Canon colors or whatever. I know how to edit my photos. And so look at that. It's just really small and compact, makes it easy to carry every day. And I think that this lens is going to be the best overall carry around lens for this camera. Let's get a quick picture of Mikey here, just so you guys can see how sharp and how that bokeh is gonna be. Boom, there it is. I'll toss it up on the screen there. That's it, you guys. Just a quick little unboxing to let you guys know that I picked this up, let you guys know that I'm gonna be using it. If you got some questions, leave it down in the comment section. Alton, I saw you DM, bro. Thanks for being here, bro. Thanks for rocking with me on Instagram. Alton says it's a great lens, you guys. So we finna see. I'm Jamil. This is a boy named Jamil. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.